Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Welcome back to Color 10 News Midday. We need to give some attention to today's top story along the East Coast. Rescue crews there have already pulled at least 200 people to safety, though CNN is reporting about 100 still need to be rescued.
Yeah, several firefighters from Springfield have been sent to the Carolinas in order to help in those rescue efforts. I mean, look at this. All of that water, that storm surge that came in as Florence made landfall here this morning. This video is near Wilmington as those fierce winds just ravaged part of the coast there this morning.
That was crazy to see that video, that shopping center just go without power so quickly.
Look at that, the parts of the gas station. This is a storm surge, right? That water that comes up very quickly and made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. And that category is only about wind speeds. That does not account for, look at this surge and the heavy rain and power out. Wow. And power that's out.
Elisa, you know what's eerie is to compare the video from the eye of the hurricane to this destructive video, because it's such a harsh comparison, right?
Yeah, so what you usually see, what you're probably used to seeing from a hurricane, is that very destructive eye wall. This is inside the eye. This has audio on it. You should be able to hear something, but it's really quiet. The winds are light, almost like you could hear a pin drop. Then the winds start to pick up again, because then you're back on the other side of the eye wall. On the inside of the eye, things are just very clear. You could see it on the radar. We were able to pin it out this morning where we had those clear, calm conditions on the radar. So if we take a look now what the storm looks like on the radar, we've got this very clear center. We've got some calm winds out there. The storm is weakening in structure, so it doesn't look as clear anymore, but it's still calm in the eye of that hurricane. This is the eye wall. It was over Wilmington this morning. It made landfall near Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Now they're continuing to see this storm spin over the Carolinas and nudge farther south, so likely starting to see it come a little bit over water and then down into South Carolina. These feeder bands have little bits of rotation in them, and then once it gets on shore, the friction with the land could have some tornadoes touch down. So a tornado watch is in effect for that northeast quadrant of the hurricane, where we see some landfalling tornadoes as well. It's a Category 1 hurricane here with the 90-mile-per-hour max sustained winds. The wind field is still very wide. The tropical storm force winds stretch 400 miles in diameter. The hurricane storm force winds stretch 140 miles in diameter. So again, it's a very wide storm, a very powerful Category 1 hurricane. We've got winds sustained 40 to 50 miles per hour. Gusts reported near Wilmington were some of the fastest gusts that they've seen there since the 1960s. And then that onshore wind is already pushing up to a foot of rain for parts of the Carolina coast, and still counting. They're going to continue with this heavy rain threat through most of the weekend because the storm is still expected to stall. It's going to move south into South Carolina and meander through the entire weekend. They're not going to really see relief, probably maybe until Monday, and then they're looking at another 1 to 2 feet of rain possible in that same spot, and that area is still growing, up to 40 inches of rain possible in that area. Locally here at home, our big update here is the drought is getting better. We've got some dry and moderate conditions still lingering, but much better than we've been. These dry conditions have been because of June and July. We only had 5 inches of rain there, over 3 inches below the normal. August, over 7 inches of rain, put us over 3 inches above normal, so that wet August helped alleviate the drought. September has been wet because we had remnants of Gordon just this time last week. It's 82 in Springfield with sunshine. It's humid out there too. We've got this very oppressive sticky feel with dew points in the 70s because we're increasing southerly flow and that south wind. A few clouds linger this afternoon, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the middle and upper 80s, going for 88 degrees for a high today. Overnight at 68. And then by tomorrow, we're looking at a temperature of 87 degrees, keeping with this warm and sticky feel here in the Ozarks. We'll keep temperatures in the middle and upper 80s through the next 7 days, 89 degrees by next Thursday, 82 is that average for this time of year. 88 degrees today, warm and sticky with a mix of sun and clouds, 68 overnight, still warm. 87 tomorrow, summer-like. We'll keep conditions warm through the weekend, an isolated shower possible on Sunday.